Welcome to another edition of Crypto Buzz by Kalkine TV. I'm Sage. So let's dive straight in. Bitcoin's hash price has been revving due to two factors, namely the slump in the price of Bitcoin and Bitcoin's mining difficulty hitting an all-time high, meaning mining became more energy intensive. And Coinbase Global Inc. Chief Executive Officer Brian Armstrong addressed the Milken Institute Global Conference recently. He shared insights about the mass adoption of crypto. And there are at present about 200 million people globally who have used or tried crypto. And he estimates that within the next 10 years that this will rise significantly to include 1 billion people. An infographic from the Financial Review indicated that 18% of Australians had used or tried crypto. I wonder how that number will change in the next 5 to 10 years. It definitely will be interesting to see. And as the risk-off selling continues in the derivatives markets with the rising inflation impacting the crypto sector, some investors are looking at tokenised real estate in order to continue to see their wealth grow in these volatile times. So in today's show, we'll investigate into Yuga Labs, the creators of the famous Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, NFT collectibles, as well as fractional and frictionless investing into NFT real estate. So keep watching till the end. Some argue that bifurcation has, in some cases, weakened Bitcoin's market position and pricing influence against its peers. However, being so convenient for developers, it probably will continue within the sector, and this is creating forks of Bitcoin to be new cryptocurrencies or forks of Ethereum as well. The price of Bitcoin has been testing the support of $37,500, and if it closes below that consecutively, analysts anticipate a further slump, reaching close to $32,900, with pressure from the regulators in the USA, with the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, investigating into the energy intensiveness of Bitcoin mining. The price of Bitcoin is expected to remain sideways for now, but using the Elliott wave theory over the last 12 months, you will notice that waves 2 and 4 indicate a 3-month pullback in April 2021 and March of 2022. And even if a breakout is not evident in May 2022, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin is not bullish for the long term, with Argentina's largest bank, Banco Galicia, now offering trading in Bitcoin. Patience may be required to ride this phase out, according to analysts from Seeking Alpha. And as always, the data presented in this report is for informational purposes and is not financial advice in any way, so please do your own research before you begin investing in digital assets. More institutional investment in the space is anticipated, with big companies like Accenture encouraging corporations to work on their digital twin and to prepare to enter the metaverse. The great thing about the metaverse, NFTs and play-to-earn games is that, just like the internet, you don't have to know how to build it to use it. However, renowned investor Buffett may have reverted his attitude to the digital asset, not buying any in his recent spending spree where he increased his share in gaming entity Activision Blizzard. Back in 2018 at the annual general meeting for Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett was quoted saying Bitcoin was probably rat poison squared. And although he warned investors about the digital asset at the time, in February of 2022, Buffett backflipped and invested $1 billion or thereabouts in a crypto-friendly bank. And just recently, though, the oracle from Omaha, Buffett, was quoted saying, "If you told me to own all the Bitcoin in the world and offered it to me at $25, I wouldn't take it." He doesn't see Bitcoin as having any value until it is sold at a higher price. And he explains that investment in real estate and farmland assets garners rent and crops, the type of collateral that Bitcoin doesn't provide. So the price of Bitcoin is $38,536 or thereabouts, down about 0.5% in the last 24 hours. Over the last 30 days, it's down about 15.9%, and over the last 12 months, it is down 31.9%. This data was accurate at the time of writing during the Asian mid-session and is from CoinGecko. Now, we've reached the time for a short break, but after the break, we'll investigate into Yuga Labs and their metaverse project, as well as tokenised real estate. So please stay with us.
Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached,
Where the property market is headed next.
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly.
Apart from tracking the daily market charter.
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
With Kalkine TV.
Welcome back after the break. I'm Sage and you are watching the Crypto Buzz. The crypto sector has seen some correlation with the tech stocks since the beginning of this year, and the bearish sentiment won't last forever, hopefully, but at least it creates some good opportunities, especially when it comes to altcoins, which are heavily discounted in this kind of market. However, please do your research before you begin buying heavily discounted altcoins, with many being between 60 to 80% below their all-time highs. We can't be certain yet that we found the floor for the crypto market, with some anticipating a push lower than the current levels to mimic the market moves that were witnessed in January of 2022. For example, Tesla's stock has some analysts polarized, with some expecting a huge drop in price, thinking the stock could be overpriced and due for a correction, with others expecting it to rise significantly with further adoption of electric vehicles globally. And whilst on the topic of Elon Musk and his business ecosystem, his Twitter buyout, which has dominated the headlines the past week, is worth the mention, as it's an open forum for many crypto influencers and analysts to share their observations. His takeover is intending to create an open source algorithm endorsed by Twitter founder Jack Dorsey, and most major big names in crypto are encouraging of Musk's venture, apart from Dogecoin. Surprisingly, Dogecoin co-founder Jackson Palmer, who aired his concerns about the takeover, having some heavy-handed hostility inferred. And Twitter has in development a project Blue Sky, where public conversations are decentralised, giving power to the users and maintaining connectivity with audiences and allowing developers to innovate on the protocol without permission. In the background of this historic takeover, Change Finance is creating the opportunity for people to send crypto assets via their Twitter handles by using the Change Finance app, and you can check out their website to find out more. That's www.change, change.finance, Finance. A new expression of culture is emerging through the development of Web3 and the metaverse. And as mentioned before, big businesses like Accenture are encouraging corporate entities to complete their digital twin and embrace the potential the metaverse has to offer. Web3 will see the proliferation of user-generated content as it becomes more democratized, with growing opportunity to connect the creators of entertainment, art, events and games with their audience and liquidity directly through the dissemination of the middlemen, and in some cases the bureaucrats that dominate the entertainment world. Now, you may have heard of Apecoin. An Ape is Yuga Labs token created to support community-led initiatives that drive culture forward into the metaverse. And Yuga Labs is a Web3 company best known for the creation of the highly popular, not to mention expensive, Bored Ape Yacht Club. They are preparing for the rise of the metaverse with the development of the Other Side Web3 project, announcing that they raised $450 million to produce and create NFT games as part of the Yugaverse. And the protocol unfortunately had some bad news to share, that their social media accounts, namely Instagram and Discord, were hacked back on the 25th of April, causing a fake airdrop to be posted where $3 million in investors' funds were stolen and sent to the bad actor's wallet. Recovering from the hack, the Yuga Labs teams announced the sale of virtual land over the weekend, raising $320 million so far, being the largest virtual land sale in the history of crypto, with each plot costing about $5,800 based on the price of Apecoin being at around $19 on Saturday. The demand was so high that it created congestion on the Ethereum blockchain, sending gas fees sky high and disrupting other activity on the blockchain. So today the price of Apecoin is down about 10% in the last 24 hours, and that was current during the Asian mid-session. Over the last 7 days it's down as well, 22% or thereabouts, and over the last 30 days it's up 20.7%. This is according to data from CoinGecko. And although the token is fairly new, launching less than a year ago, its market cap is about 4.2 billion American dollars, and its daily trading volume is close to $2.2 billion. If you are interested in investing in NFTs, Bitwise has launched the Blue Chip NFT Index Fund, which has a minimum investment of about $15,000 and allows access to the creme a la creme of the NFT collectible series, such as the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, CryptoPunks, VFriends, Cool Cats, Meebits, Autoglyphs, CloneX and more. And since inception in 2021, the fund is up about 35% over the last 3 months, and it's up 22.3% since it began, and it's down over the last month about 18%. So hopefully you're gaining something from this report. We've now reached a time for another short break, but we will be back to discuss those tokenized NFT real estates and mortgages with crypto shortly. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Crypto Buzz by Kalkine TV. This is Sage, and on with the report. Some investors are looking for a hedge against inflation in these high inflationary times, not seen since the 1980s and 1990s. REITs and real estate investment have been useful for some, and although NFTs are not largely being used in mortgages as of yet, they are starting to emerge as fractional investment options in real estate, where investors can get in using small amounts and earn rent from their fractional investment. And entities to investigate who are offering these types of facilities include LoanSnap. So through the use of Bacon Protocol, they offer NFT mortgages and are planning on issuing a stablecoin named B Home to represent fractional real estate ownership as well. Another company is Realty, and you have a minimum investment of about $50 on their facility, and they can offer you returns in the form of rent. Now, these are selling out pretty quickly, so you can check out their website, realty.co. And also to finish up the show today, we are going to talk about Snoop Dogg's NFT collection. He's teamed up with Cardano and he's released some claymation characters of himself with a collaboration with Clay Nation. And he actually had a live AMA on Twitter with the co-founder of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson himself, and they discussed all things NFTs, music and crypto. And it's interesting to note that although Cardano is thought of as a Ethereum rival, it has had about $200 million worth of NFT volume over its blockchain, where we still see Ethereum as having 97% of the market share of the NFT investment. So that's a huge amount there going to Ethereum. So although they're touted as a Ethereum killer through some media outlets, in the NFT space, Ethereum is still dominating. Thanks for your company on this report. Hopefully you found it interesting. Do keep watching for more of the live expert talks. We've got some great crypto guests coming up in the next week and more of the market insights. Until the next episode, may the hodling continue. Sage signing off for now.